Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Chris, this is the Salty Strikes Fishing Channel, and today we are going to do a little bit of fishing inshore, and we're also going to go over some of the basics, do's and don'ts of fishing. I get a lot of requests and questions about some of the tactics I use and gear and all that mess, and I get some people that come on the boat and that are just struggling to get on fish. Maybe you're new to fishing, maybe you're a little rusty, but hopefully this video will help you out, and we'll get to it. Let's go, Lily. All right, it's a nice day out right now, but it's supposed to get really windy later on today. Like it's gonna be crazy. So we're gonna get out there and we're gonna go over this mess and hopefully get on a few fish while we're at it. All right, guys, so this video is not about me telling you or anybody else how to fish. I don't do that. I just share my experiences with you and what I've had success with, and that will hopefully help you guys. The proof's in the pudding. I went from just a small YouTube channel, and now I do fishing charters, and I'm pretty successful at it. I can count on probably one hand in the last 3 years I went out and I felt like I didn't have enough content to make a video. And I go out every weekend, sometimes twice a weekend, and pretty soon it's going to be more than that. But so I'm just going to try to combine that experience and share it with you guys, and hopefully it'll help you out. I get a lot of questions, so hopefully this will answer some of those. Okay, so let's just start off at the store. You're at Walmart, you're at Bass Pro, wherever, you're in the tackle section, and you got all this mess in front of you. And there's all these things designed to catch your eye and get you to put it in the cart. Like, for example, these double drop rigs with all these little clips on them and beads, and they're steel leaders, and they have double hooks and everything like that. And you got these like so-called Carolina rigs, which are just fish finder rigs, but they're steel leader. They got those little hooks on there you can switch out hooks with and stuff, little clips and everything. And honestly, guys, I would stay away from all that mess. I would never use wire leader unless you're specifically targeting a toothy critter. But most often, even like the bluefish, the mackerel and stuff like that, I catch those guys on a fluorocarbon leader. Yeah, I do get bit off every once in a while. They cut through the line, and especially when you're netting them. When you get them to the boat, don't sling them in most of the time. Try to net them, because if they wiggle and they get their teeth across the line, it'll cut it. But majority of the time, we get them in the boat, as long as the hook is hanging out of their mouth, like inline circle hook should. And that's what I almost entirely fish with, and what you're kind of supposed to be fishing with in Florida waters anyway. So that's inline circle hooks. They're non-offset, so they don't stick out or anything like that, and they're designed for conservation. They're supposed to, instead of just dragging along the skin anywhere, like inside their mouth or gut or anything, and getting hooked, it's designed so that it'll run along until it hits a lip, an edge, and then snag. So that's what it's designed to do, is get pulled to the corner of the mouth and then get hooked. And it's a lot easier for fish to throw a J hook than it is a circle hook. I use those primarily. I'm not saying you have to, I'm just telling you kind of how it is, and what I use. But that's really helpful to me, and I snell all my circle hooks, and I'll show you kind of like a little picture what that means. That means that you put the line through the eye, and then you tie the line to the shank, not to the eye. Some people just tie to the eye and it works perfectly for them. I think it helps me, so I do it, and it's pretty easy not to tie. And we'll probably make a whole nother video of like knot tying and different kind of stuff like that, and comment in the section below if you would like to see more of that kind of stuff, like the knots I use. And I basically use 2, maybe 3 knots almost all the time. So, and 1 knot in particular almost all the time. And I can do another video about that if you guys, if I get enough requests down in the comment section. So back to the store. Most of those things are designed to catch you, not catch fish. And so I would steer clear from that. Learn to tie knots, and that should help you out quite a bit. All right, guys, so I'm going to drop some lines here real quick, and we're going to talk about some gear. I'm just going to throw this guy down here real fast. I got some shrimp. Like I said, this is a fish finder rig. It's basically, you got some small leader, an egg sinker, a swivel, and another couple feet a leader. And on this one, I just have like a 3/0 inline circle hook. It's you know, set up more for like reds and snooks and stuff like that, and I'm throwing out a shrimp. So this is the exact same setup. It's just a little bit lighter, and you know, I got probably about an ounce X sinker here, and on that one it's a little heavier line because I use it offshore too, but I only use like about maybe 25-pound fluorocarbon leader here. And I don't use mono because I don't like the stretch. You know, I'm not going to argue with people about that, but you know, that's just one thing I just don't care for. So it is a little more expensive. You can use mono, it's up to you, whatever, but I don't send braid all the way down to this net, because this rubs on it and it rubs on other stuff and it wears it out a little faster than it would the fluorocarbon leader. And you know, you can debate back and forth whether the fish can see this or not, you know, as opposed to braid, but I don't think it makes a huge difference. But my braid is yellow for me to be able to see and birds to see, so yeah, I don't take the line all the way down to the swivel. So, you know, if you use green or something like that, that would probably, you know, might be a little effective, but you know, I just use the leader here, and then to another inline circle hook, which I have snelled, if you can see that, hopefully. And that's another thing too, is fishing spots. If you see something on the bottom machine, you know, stop, drop, check it out for a little while. If you don't get a bite, you know, 10-15 minutes, move on. There's lots of other spots to be had. So that's the problem I see a lot of people do, is they've caught a fish at one spot, and they go back to that same spot and they sit there all day long. And like, you know, the guys have been fishing charter with me and stuff, they know, like, if I don't see something within a, you know, just a little while, maybe 20 minutes or so, if we're not getting bites, we move on. So that's why you got a boat, you know, to go to the fish. And you know, and if you're shore fishing, yeah, sometimes you may have to change piers or just change locations on the pier, and it may help you out. Don't stay in one spot for too long if you're not catching, unless you're just out for a leisurely day of hanging out. And this is another thing I found out a lot of people is about spinning gear. If you're right-handed, you're supposed to be fighting the fish with the pole with your right hand, and you use the weak hand to reel, your left hand. That's because when you're, so this guy out there, when you're fighting the fish, you're pulling up and then you're reeling down, which this doesn't take much effort, the reeling, because you're reeling with, as you drop the line. You let the drag and the pull bring the fish closer to you when you pull up, and then drop and reel. And another thing that you know, I see a lot of people doing is they drop this two line. You see that slack in the line? That's when they're going to throw the hook. So you, oh man, a manchee's just visiting, wants a lesson too. But so you don't drop the line any faster, or you don't drop the pole any faster than you can reel the line down. And you know, and spinning gear isn't meant to sit here and crank lines in. The conventional reel with the reel on top, you crank with your strong hand and you hold the pole with your weak hand, because those are designed to crank like a winch. You know, and if, like, you know, you get on a really big fish, you can stick in the rod holder and crank it up, you know, use the cranking power of the reel to bring the fish in. And this one, you use the power of the rod and the line to pull them closer to you, and then you gain line back by moving the pole down. So hopefully that's a little bit of help. And our little manatee friend is hanging out right behind the boat here. And I know how, you know, tempting it is to feed them or pet them and stuff, but all that's completely illegal. So I would definitely steer clear of doing anything like that. And like, even at the docks, if they come up to a dock and you have a water hose, giving it water, that's illegal. Just be aware, just putting it out there for you. All right, I think he's moving on. And that reminds me of another thing. If mind the no wake zones, it's for those guys' sakes. He's already got a couple scars on his back, but the no wake zones are, you know, they're, yeah, protect some people's property from wake, but also protect these animals that use this intercoastal walkway. So, you know, just keep that in mind, and please go slow in the no wake zones. Hey guys, if you ever see me out on the water, hey, this is Joe, a subscriber, been watching for a long time. And if you ever see me out here, just stop by and say hi. We can, you know, talk and, oh, got a nibble. But you know, we can ask any questions that you like. See me at the boat ramp, you know, don't be shy. I'm an open book, so hopefully getting bites. But anyway, just you know, swing by. Don't be a stranger. Let's see if we can get this fish. Yep, got him. And what do we got? He's kind of little, but, and the mantee's back. We got a pinfish. Oh man. Well, I think these pinfish are just tearing me up, so we're gonna move on. Like I said, don't stay in one place too long, you know, or, you know, if you're getting the bites, reset the clock. But you know, keep moving. And one thing is too is, you know, this wind is going this way and the current's going that way, so I'm going to go on the other side of the inlet, so the wind and current are going the same direction, which will help out tremendously. And there's something else I want to point out about that fact too, that people do a lot of mistakes is, and also I have one mistake that people make that you gotta hear at the end of this video. I'll go over that, but we're gonna get over there and throw some lines. Uh-oh, yep, lively. Hooked up already. What do you got? What do we got here? Please don't be a kitty cat. Could be, I don't know. Let's see, what do we got? Let's see. He is a big sail kitty. Sail kitty. These are not bad eating, honestly, when they're a little bit bigger. There you go, buddy. Actually, I'm gonna throw this pinfish back out there, see if I can't make something happen that we caught earlier. Here's another thing that I see people doing quite a bit is, you see the current is going this direction, and I would recommend never doing this, throwing in front of the boat, because your line's just going to come right back to you. And if you're anchoring, you have a good chance of that getting caught up in your anchor line. And look at that bow. Look, it's coming right, and it's heading right back towards my trolling motor line. So I would steer clear of, whenever you're fishing in current, unless you're fishing with something that you're like line retrieval, like a lure or something like that, I would steer clear of throwing past here. I wouldn't throw anywhere this direction unless you're throwing a lure and retrieving it. So what happens is too, when you throw it that direction, this line is going this way, the weight's back here, and then now see, you get that like bow, and then this goes with the current and then just starts wrapping around your line, and then you got a hot mess knot. So your bait will come back on the main line, cause a mess, and fish see that and they're like, I'm not going to bite that. What's going on there? So steer clear of, you know, do whatever you want, like I said, but I steer clear of throwing in front of the boat into the current unless you're retrieving line. So I'm just throwing that out there for you guys. Take it or leave it, but there you go. And I've been thinking about making this video for quite some time now, and you know, I kind of picked on there's, you know, bad weather day to come out here, and because I know the fishing is probably not gonna be that great, but I was be able to you know, share with you guys this stuff and make it worthwhile. And if you're enjoying it and you're finding this useful, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that fancy mess, and please give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're liking the videos and all that jazz. I really appreciate it. But and if you want me to take you fishing, visit saltystrikesfishing.com, and you can book your trips there. But we'll try to get on a few here before we wrap this up. This last tip at the end is probably going to be the best of them all, so hopefully you'll stick around for that. Uh-oh, there are some bluefish out there. Look at this. They done chomped him up. I'm gonna put a big chunk out there and see if they'll get that. All right, we're gonna just chunk out this little piece. Got him that time. Got him that time. Oh, there he goes. Oh, yep, he's running. Yep, got that blue. I knew there was some blues in there. Oh, he just popped off. Yeah, he took that chunk. Oh man, what do we got here? This one's heavy. Heavier. So is good. Do I got him foul hooked? What's going on? He's like going sideways and. Oh, I got a little shark. Little bonnethead. Little bonnethead. This little guy. Nice little bonnethead shark. Oh, yeah, hooked right in the corner of the mouth. Man, I haven't caught a bonnethead shark in forever, man. It's been a long time for me. Cute little guy. But we're letting him go back. You can keep these. There's no size limits, but this guy's way too small for me to get a sandwich out of. So here you go, buddy. Woo! And there's so many nuances to fishing that, you know, that can help out. But if you want me to make more videos like this, you know, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to do a few more. But you know, I come out here and I share my experiences, hoping it'll help you guys, and hopefully it has. There we go. There we go. Ah. What do we got here? What do we got here? This one's fighting a little more. We got, oh, big old sail cat, big old sail kitty. Oh, just lost them. All right, we made a little bit of a move, so I hope these tips and tricks are helping out. You know, like I said, give us a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and we'll try to get on a couple of little fishies here, something to pull and tug. The wind is really picking up, so we don't have much longer out here. Then it's gonna be time for Lily to go take a little run, and then we're gonna give you the #1 do nots for beginners fishers, so stick around for that. Oh, there we go. I think that's a blue. It's not jumping, so I'm thinking blue. And oh nope, yep, blue. And he's got to be 12. He's like 13, so we'll keep him. Ladies, and check him back. Well, you know, it's getting a little windier out here. Lily's gonna run around. Come on, all right. I know it's been a hot second since you get to go on your island. Clean you off first. They're all filthy. Look at that mess. Oh, there you go. Good girl. All right, guys, we're back at the dock, and it's getting really windy out there. We're fixing to get out of here, but here's the #1 tip for beginners, and that is do not go on Facebook for fish ID. If you need a fish ID, do not go on to these local groups and ask for requests. It's just full of cynicism, sarcasm, and trolls. 60% of your answers are going to be Snook candy. Then another 20% of your answers are going to be some other sarcastic remark. And then 15% of those are going to be people trying to answer you with incorrect answers. And then there's going to be about 5% who are going to give you a correct answer. So don't bother. That's just my tip, you know. So, you know, hope you've enjoyed all the rest of these tips too. You know, you don't know what you don't know. So, hopefully they helped you. Like I said, you know, take it or leave it. I don't, you know, tell anybody what to do or how to do it. You guys make your own decisions. I'm just telling you what I do and what I don't do, and that helps me to be successful. Hopefully it'll help you guys too. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that fancy mess. Give this video a big thumbs up if you got something out of it. Really appreciate you. And if you ever want me to take you fishing, visit saltystrikesfixin.com and you can book your trips there. And until we see you next time, guys, stay salty. Say bye, Lily. We made it off the water just in time. And those stores came in quick.